last month, so
Nice.
first time we podcasted
Hey,
together.
hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday night edition of the 2 Point Conversion, which is always actually on Monday night, so I don't know why I said it like that. But today we have one and a half special. There he is. We have two special, very special, super duper special guests, and Kyle, who knows everything about anything, and Shannon, who actually knows everything about everything, and their genres. In their genres, it's very interesting. When Kyle said that Jeff wanted to come on, and I knew what the topic Shannon picked, I thought this is going to be like the best night of my life. It's going to be even better. Shannon, I was trying to explain to Kevin G your villain, your last pick of villain at the bar, and I just started laughing again, and I was laughing so hard I was crying. He's like,
I love that
he's,
for all of us.
I did too.
It's
So
one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I know,
I
right?
really so appreciate you saying that.
It was great. It was even my sister, who, like I said, is ultra religious, like Jay was like, yeah, it was kind of funny. And for her to say that, I was like, wow.
Kind
But
of funny. I'll
before,
take it.
well, from someone ultra religious, you should take it.
I'll
But
plug it and say people should check it out if you haven't watched it yet in no particular order, because there's some really unexpected villain choices that made
there
this.
were,
You would
right?
be
There were.
surprised that some of
Like,
the names included.
yeah, I think Shannon and uh, Adam Rank
Adam
like
Rank,
kind
yeah.
of hit it out the park with like coming out of nowhere with the villains. Jamie, Peter Pan, he was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the big standout for me.
Peter Pan was a big
That
standout
one
for you.
that one hurt.
Now to get into conspiracy theories, are the pirates just children that Peter Pan captured years ago? And like that's why they're pirates to revolt against him, because like you did this to us like 20 years ago. Now you have to grow old up here as old pirates. I guess you don't age there. I guess that doesn't make sense. But
Yeah.
how did they age when they got there?
See, so now everyone's gonna have to. You need to go watch the last episode of, in no particular order, Villains, mock draft Villains, because it's actually absolutely hilarious. Like I literally was crying. There were literally tears coming out of my eyes, and I couldn't stop. And all because of this man, Shannon, Americana underscore Allen on Instagram. People, not on Twitter. Go to Instagram to get that. But before we start, as I was going to say, Kyle is going to do the wonderful service of doing our promo.
Well, I gotta bring this up. Yes, the Underdog Fantasy app or website, whichever you prefer to check out. But if you have not yet joined Underdog, do so by using our promo code GF2 or scanning the QR code on screen. And if you do so, they'll double your initial deposit up to $100. So if you max out and make that initial deposit $100, you will have $200 in your account. Use it on various best ball drafts. There's tons of that going on. We love fantasy football here at Going for Two Network, of course. But there are other sports represented. Baseball, before you know it, the NFL will be here kicking off. And I mean, I'm sure they've got contests, player games, over higher lowers for scores, individual sporting games. I'm sure they have stuff for the Women's World Cup, WNBA, and of course again NFL, best ball drafting, all that available on the Underdog app. So again, join today. Use that promo code GF2 or scan the QR code on screen.
Thank you, Kyle, for that wonderful, wonderful promo. Jamie, no, I took Hurts because I got a quarterback and a running back with one pick. I did not think it was a super flex. If I thought it was a super flex, I would have picked a quarterback in the second round too. Ergo, no, I did not think it was super flex. As you could tell, because they gave me a mulligan and I picked them again. So, duh.
At least you didn't take a kicker.
I should have. I should have done that. That would have been awesome because they were all freaking out. Oh my God, you took Jalen Hurts with the 102. Did you think this was a super flex? And Bobby, I guess, was the commissioner, and he was like, "I'll give you a mulligan." I'm like, "I don't want a mulligan," and he took him off, and then I put him back on again.
Stick to your guns. I love it, Gladys.
Yeah, I will always stick to my guns. Almost always, anyway. So anyway, tonight I let Shannon pick the topic, as you will see,
I don't
and
know why.
and Shannon wanted to go with the bees. So we are picking. So the first bees is Barbie. The second bee is, what is the second bee?
Bartending.
Bartending. And the third B are the 10 best looking athletes, male, female, lumped together. Lump them all together. Um, that was my favorite part because when I went to go look up the best looking athletes, none of them had clothes on. They were like, oh, the guys like with the low pants, so you could see their. I'm like, this is the greatest topic ever. And even the females were like, the gymnast from where is she from UCLA or whatever this girl's from.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I'm doing like a handstand on the one bar, which I always do in my little undies. You go, girl. You go.
Seems like it makes sense to me.
You're saying people should watch gymnastics more.
Yes, I'm saying watch women's college gymnastics and basketball. Women's college basketball had a lot too. They had a lot of girls that were
Yeah.
IG.
I limited
stars.
I limited myself. I didn't. I just put like three dudes, 3 ladies. Just
How's that
so.
10? That's not 10.
Oh, do we
That's-
need 10?
Well,
I mean, I can do that real quick, but
I
didn't know. I assumed we weren't doing draft. I assumed we were just yammering. Is what I
Yeah,
assumed.
we are
Did I
just
assume wrong?
yammering.
Okay, cool.
But
I mean, I can add 4 more quick. Don't worry.
well, I mean, I don't think I have 10. I think I have 9 because
Great.
uh,
I'll stick with my.
Funny, because I
6.
think I've got 11. So if
so
anyone
there,
needs to
it's
borrow
gonna like
me,
even out. It's gonna even out. Like it's gonna make it happen. So what do you
Yeah,
want to
I mean,
talk about?
I say we talk about Barbie movie first. That way, if we can timestamp it if need be or whatever, if
Okay.
people don't want spoilers. Have
Yeah.
you both seen the movie?
No, I don't. I will not go into a movie theater ever again in my life. So until
Okay.
it comes streaming, I'm not. But I did look it up. So and
Okay.
it's Ryan Gosling, who looks really good actually. You saw the movie?
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
I did. Saw it opening weekend. I guess to give a little insight here, I love going to the movie theater. Like I call it church. Like I usually go on Sundays a lot. Go on Thursdays as soon as the movies come out, and then Sundays as well. Movie theater popcorn and soda are like my favorite junk food in the world. There's just like nothing better to me. So
that's your version of the body and the blood of Christ.
Oh my god. Do you mix?
yes,
Do you mix the popcorn with goobers? I used to do that. The chocolate covered peanuts and popcorn together, and then eat them. It was.
you
awesome.
know it is good, but whenever I have like sugary candy and then I drink soda afterwards, I don't love the soda, and
Oh.
I kind of want the soda to be the sugar intake, right? So the popcorn's my savory, the soda's my sweet.
I used to go before COVID, but I haven't gone since COVID, and I don't think I ever will again.
That's fair. And you know what? I will say I'll say a peak. It's not a positive, but a peak during the COVID times was there was only one theater in the nation that was open that I know of. And I lived in Tennessee at the time, not far away from the border of Mississippi. And so about a 35-minute drive, and I was to the one theater that was open in the nation in Mississippi of all places, obviously, for reasons.
Obviously, yeah.
And they at the time were showing movies, but they were showing old movies, so like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, E.T., The Breakfast Club,
You know
things
you
of
can
that
stream
sort.
those, right, on TV? I'm just saying.
Yes, I know I can see those and I've seen them, however many times, but seeing them in the movie theater with, that was pretty great. And we'd go, and there would be no one else in the theater. So I was getting my own private
that's
theater.
good. That is
And
good.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I can get behind that. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a people person anyway. Like I don't like to be around large groups of people, and to have someone sitting next to me now in a theater, like before COVID, you don't even think about it, right? Like climb over people and like, hey, I'm taking that middle seat.
Mhm.
They're like, oh, okay. Now I'm like, don't sit next to me. Just like don't sit next to me. I don't know. I don't want your hand on my handrest. These are my handrests, both of them.
Yeah.
Pick another one. Yeah. So I can't.
By all means, and you do have to be strategic when you're buying your seat. I think there is some strategy to that.
You have to pre-buy too, right? Like you have to have a seat when you go to the theater now.
Yeah, but I think I prefer that compared to the old
I
way.
think that's a great like an airplane. I think that's a great idea. Have your seat before you go in there. I still would never go. I'm never ever going. Like I can't. Plus, I mean, again, people. Mm,
Yeah, even and also another thing we did during the COVID time, like we actually rented out a theater at one point for my birthday.
Oh my
And like
God,
it was just us and
Daddy
our friends.
Warbucks.
Like it was just us and our friends.
What'd you
And so
see?
it was
What
like
was the movie?
unfortunately it was Wonder Woman 2 because that was the only new movie out at the time. And it was
That's a
unfortunate
waste of
because
money.
that movie was not the most
No, it wasn't good at
fun.
all. I'm sorry.
So, I mean, it was great to be around our friends in a movie theater because I love those people. But
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah, it was a fun time.
Kyle, do
It
you
really
not
wasn't that expensive either.
to rent out a movie theater? Well, I guess
Yeah.
no one else is using it. Kyle,
Mhm.
do you go to movies? Did you go to movies?
Yeah, I'm kind of like you, Gladys. I don't think we've been to
Yeah,
a movie theater since COVID.
COVID. Yeah, I just
It's funny. I think honestly, I think Avengers Endgame might have been the end game for me. I think that was the last movie. And it was the last two movies we saw in theaters, although technically not. That's a fun story in itself.
um I don't I didn't even see the end game or I didn't see any of them in theater. I waited till they came on. I had to exercise myself from all um, social media on movies that you want to see because people were giving spoilers. Like, who was the
Oh
basketball
yeah.
player that gave the spoiler to Endgame? Like, I can't remember who it was, but I was like reading through.
LaShawn McCoy.
Was it LaShawn McCoy? Not a
I think it
basketball
was.
player. Was it
That's
No,
LaShawn
funny.
McCoy?
I thought LaShawn McCoy did that. I thought he spoiled. He might have spoiled
Probably.
Infinity War, to be honest. Maybe not
No,
Endgame.
someone said, it should have been Thor. Hey, Missy, quiet. See, I have really good control of my dogs.
You
Yeah,
see,
she's
well, I
pissed.
think does your dog either completely agree with that statement that it should have been Thor, or disagree completely that no, it was right. The director had it right.
Mm-hmm,
I know it
mm-hmm.
should have been Iron Man. Missy,
Quite the movie critic.
Yeah.
Well then I won't talk about the movie at too much length here. Then I can just give my thought on it without spoiling anything.
Okay, I can assure you this: I am never gonna go watch the Barbie movie.
Really?
Ever.
You like when it comes to streaming, you're not gonna
No.
see it? Really? That's a take.
I hadn't really planned on seeing it either, so maybe there's a reason
Well, then-
Glass chose me as co-host tonight to back her up on all these hot takes.
Well, then let me give you a little bit of insight to it, and then
Okay.
maybe one day you'll think, you know what? I'm not doing anything.
I'll
I
stream
can
it.
just watch this. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess to start real quick, I didn't feel like I was marketed to with this movie. I don't love being marketed to. Obviously, we all are at times. And I don't really watch a lot of movie previews for the most part because I kind of know what I'm gonna see, and I need very little information about it. With that
Trailers
movie, trailers give too much away for sure. But with this movie, there was Pink, which I love the color pink, and the song by Aerosmith. Ryan Gosling. I knew I liked the director, and I was pretty sure there was going to be some song and dance involved, which I'm always in for. So with those things, I was like, yeah, I'm going to see this movie. And it was what I thought was going to be like a kind of thumbing of the nose to like things because Barbie's somewhat problematic in that she's like this visage of what some people think they should look like, but they could never. And it was like a no punches pulled at like honestly society writ large. And with that, it was really a lot of fun. And there was not a single scene in the entire film that Ryan Gosling was in that he didn't make me laugh. Like the entire time, I was just every time he was on screen, he made me laugh. And it had all this thing. Yeah, like yes.
Okay.
He was so very good in it. And not to mention like the eye candy that he is, right?
Yes. Yes.
I guess we are mentioning. But that to say, it really did some things, and it was the most fun I've had in the movie theater in quite a while. And this is coming from a person who goes to the movies, I mean, minimum 3 times a month, but once a week probably.
Well, I've heard, and by heard, I mean I looked it up today, that Shannon's always smitten, Jamie. You know that. That Barbie and Taylor Swift are single-handedly keeping us out of the recession.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, they were saying Taylor Swift.
Don't tell that to running backs.
Oh my gosh.
Taylor Swift will be the first billion-dollar concert, like billion-dollar grossing concert ever.
Hmm.
And then they're calling it Barbenheimer, Barbie
Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Oppenheimer. Their
Mhm.
gross for the first weekend, like 93 million or something for her and 46 for them. And so it was the largest grossing weekend. So
Yeah, it feels like Barbie is like it just a nuclear bomb on the entire industry. So very appropriately titled with this rival.
We haven't been able to see Oppenheimer. We've been trying for quite a
been
while.
sold out?
Yeah. Or the seats are like, right up front, or it's just not in a theater we want to go to or whatever. But we've yet to be able to see it.
These seats are actually gravity boot induced on the top of the roof, so you'll have to watch it upside down. Is that okay? Is that fine?
Well, what is the theater that? Oh my god!
Apparently not to the dog. Don't go upside down. I will never mention upside down seats again. I swear.
That's funny.
Turn that upside down, and I just turned the expression upside down too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that movie also like a nuclear bomb going off. I mean, it's really like those, and like to touch on the Taylor Swift thing. I mean, getting tickets to those. I mean, it was $1,000 for tickets here for like not good seats. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, that's partially on Ticketmaster for being not great by any means. That to say,
dude, that weekend at the bar, like it was ridiculous. Like we had people lined up to come in before the Taylor Swift concert, before we opened, and you could tell that it was just like a Taylor Swift kind of crowd. Like I was allowing, I guess I can say it now. I was allowing like 16, 18-year-olds to sit at the bar because there were no seats available.
Yeah.
It was just the economy. Every economy they've been in has had to have like a major boost just from the Taylor Swift concert itself. And then Barbie, this whole pink thing, which I'm not okay with.
I'm loving it. Anytime I see someone wearing pink, I just say, "Hey, Barbie," and you know what? They like it every time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I haven't. I can't do pink. I got a pink bag, but it's like a over shoulder.
I like Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. There you go. And I do love the singer, so she's awesome.
All right. Well, with the mention of the bar, do we want to transition to bartending here?
What are we going to talk about? Like what makes a good bartender, or what you shouldn't say or do to your bartender? Because I like.
You know what?
I like to do those topics. What?
I like that topic. What you should not say or do to your bartender. That's not bad.
Yeah. Okay. The only non-bartender is Kyle. So we'll let you start, Kyle. What do you think you shouldn't say or do to your bartender?
I mean, you should never insult anyone that's serving you food or drinks because they're serving you food and drinks. So, like, there really, in theory, should be a lot. I suppose, as bartenders, you probably are almost expecting more brash, aggressive conversations than like a server serving food, just because of the consumption of alcohol. Not that you necessarily appreciate like insults, but you're probably used to hearing people, even if they're not angry at you, just like rash and angry in general. I view bars as just like this chaotic like jungle that I go into and I feel like I'll get bitten by a snake or something. I'm not very social either, Gladys.
See, that's the weird thing. Like, I'm not a people person. I don't really particularly like talking to people. However, I can make it happen at a bar. Like, I can insult people enough that they realize they shouldn't be talking to me anymore, but they still order more drinks. And that's all I go for.
The perfect balance.
It is the perfect balance. You should never, like, snap your fingers. I don't care how busy the bar is. I don't care if you're the only person. I don't care how cool you think you are. Never snap your fingers to get the bartender's attention, because I tell you what, either A, they're going to ignore you, or B, your drink is going to be so incredibly light that you're just drinking whatever your mixer is. I almost guarantee that. Like, or maybe that's just me. But I think that I think that
you can't encourage the behavior, right? Like,
yeah, you
should
don't
act as
want
a
to
parent.
you don't want to encourage like that type of behavior in a bar.
Should only
Shannon,
be snapping to the music. Right.
yeah, and not even then. Why are we snapping? Sing along. Don't snap. Sing it.
That's funny.
Shannon.
Well, for this is a personal thing, because my entire left arm is blacked out with a tattoo, so it's entirely black.
Right.
And more often than not, people will just grab my arm.
What?
Yeah, and like they kind of have to reach across the bar to do this, but I don't think you should like grab your bartender probably, which I think is common knowledge, but it happens, I guess. Yeah, I think that's probably something that shouldn't be done with bartenders is grabbing them.
I don't think I've ever had anyone try to grab me. Like even I've had people like when we're super busy, like when the parades happen, when the basketball parade just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like even at 10 o'clock in the morning, people were super drunk. Like
Yeah.
And they would. I've never had anyone reach across. That would be. I don't know what I'd do if someone reached across the barn. But I think it's different from a girl perspective than a guy. I think a person would be more comfortable reaching across the bar, grabbing a guy, than they would reach across the bar grabbing a girl bartender. But I mean, I was reading like last year. Kyle, did you go to the whatever this thing is in August? The fantasy football.
Funny, that's another thing I haven't done since COVID. I went to the very first expo in 2019, but I haven't been back to the States since then, to be honest.
Well, that's fair. I mean, why? Oh, Kyle lives in Canada, Shannon. I didn't know if you knew that.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And
it's funny, as Shannon. I wave hello, he disappears on screen.
It was kind
Am I back?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, I didn't even know where I was going with that because Jamie, I have a bar 2 minutes from away, and one bartender gets so drunk every shift she never charges me for my drinks. I told her to put on someone else's tab, so I haven't paid for a drink in 2 years. Jamie, do you want that common knowledge?
To buy a condo with straight cash if he's not paying for drinks.
I know, right? And do you want that like common knowledge? You don't want people.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not something you should tell people.
No, because now you're gonna get her in trouble if people are watching. Jamie
He didn't mention her name. He didn't mention which bar.
That is true.
But
I'm sure there's nothing better to do in Cleveland than drink. So
exactly. So.
Oh no. Oh no! Remember when the best thing about Cleveland was Drew Carey show?
Yeah, Cleveland rocks. Drew Carey.
Yeah.
That is
something I love to do whenever someone brings up Cleveland is the first Marvel movie to ever be produced and made was Howard the Duck. I think I might have shared this already, but
that's a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Leah Thompson, Howard the Duck.
Yep, the very one.
Shut
and
up.
He lands there, and he's like, Cleveland. And so anytime I hear Cleveland, I always just think Cleveland.
Howard the Duck. Now that's what I'm going to think.
Another place with a lot of lakes, potentially beaches as well.
No, I would never live in Cleveland, ever. I mean, even
you're probably better in Colorado.
Everything else nuked around, I would still not live in Cleveland. I would just like jump into the ocean or something. Nothing personal, Jamie.
I thought the best thing in Cleveland was draft day.
Draft day?
Ooh. Like
no, Kevin Costner.
Yeah,
I do love K-Cos. I do love K-Cos.
I don't love K-Cos.
Oh my gosh, Waterworld. Whew.
Oh my god!
What a time.
So let's pick the worst K-Cos movie and like say that we love it.
I do love that movie.
Really?
That and The Postman. Yeah, I'm a big Kevin Costner guy.
Bodyguard?
Yeah, what are you talking about? I like Kevin Costner. That's kind of the end of all you need to know.
Okay. The best Kevin Costner movie, the only Kevin Costner movie, or the only time I liked Kevin Costner movie was, now I can't remember the name of it. But it's like the first movie. We talked about it last time, or one of the times, that where he's swinging from the jail cell to jail cell, and he's like this spastic gunfighter, but that's the only.
Oh, Magnificent Seven, right?
No, earlier than that. It's
Silverado.
Thank you. Yeah, that is the only.
Yeah, what charisma he has just
I know.
flying around in that movie.
Okay, first of all, Jamie, don't believe in marriage, so we would never get married. So I wouldn't marry you or anyone else. We could have illicit sex, but I don't have to go to Cleveland for that. Could flying over Cleveland maybe, or in a car driving past Cleveland. But I don't, I don't have to go to Cleveland to have sex with you. Come on, Jamie.
Well, I was gonna say, did Jamie
God.
just propose in the comments? Because man, like the Jamie saga in comments, and also watching the fantasy cheat sheet every Tuesday, every second Tuesday. I encourage people to do that. But just the stuff that's revealed, it's incredible. You should watch every Going for Two live show just to get the entire Jamie Pirog story. Quite the Cleveland connoisseur. That's for sure.
The entire Jamie experience, which is true. Like every show, something new about him like pops up, and it's like, like you have those conversations with people and they talk about stuff, and it's like they think you know what they're talking about, but you're like, what did you just say?
Or it's something so ridiculous that they just take in stride. Is, oh, this is pretty normal, and you're just like, I've never heard anyone do that in my life. That is just the coolest thing ever. Wow.
Or the wonkiest thing, and you're like, I mean, I guess I could see it.
Yeah, that kind of fits the picture of you that I've had.
I do love surprising people, like and I love getting surprised by people. Like they tell you something they're into, and you were like, oh, I never would have seen you as that.
Oh,
But
that kind of
now
surprise
that
I'm okay with. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you meant like Jamie just showing up next week at the door. That is not a surprise I'm okay with. But I like, you have 2 kids? What? That's interesting. You like to do that? Well, that's
Yeah.
interesting too. Yeah,
For
'cause
sure.
I didn't picture like Kyle, who is like mild mannered. That he's like just a super freak. Like he's a teacher, musician, read the greatest background, knows everything about stats that you want to know. You just know that he's like
Super freak is probably appropriate. You like that baseline.
I feel like that fits you quite well.
Oh
Kyle.
my goodness,
I think
that's funny.
Why wouldn't it? I think it would be like the perfect. We already changed this, Jamie. The smoke detector batteries were changed like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I could have used you.
I haven't heard anything in weeks, Gladys. So I think you're.
Thank you, except for the dog, the new dog, who she's.
You can't change the batteries for.
You cannot change the batteries in her. She is a handful. 40 pounds of just. I told my sister last week or yesterday, actually. I think she's a devil dog. I honestly think that sometimes she looks at me and she's thinking, "I'm gonna kill you in your sleep." When the big dog's not around.
Like that.
Yeah, when the big dog's not around, I'm gonna eat your face off. So just be prepared. So I always have Jackie sleep right next to me, and Missy sleep somewhere over there because I know it's gonna happen.
Smart.
Thank you, bartender. That's right.
So to touch on bartending again, I have a couple stories.
Okay.
Well, here, I guess I don't get drunk. Like I haven't been drunk in years. I say this. Last Friday was the first time I've been drunk in like 6 years.
Wow.
It was an accident. I didn't know it was going to happen, and it happened.
Do people plan to get drunk?
I think people were like, yeah, I'm going to go and get fucked up, right?
Really?
I mean, that's what people say. Yeah, they say those
I've heard
things.
people say that all the time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
That to say, I don't really drink a lot. So when people do get drunk, and I mean, that's why they're there. They're there to drink. And then, they drink a certain amount and then they're drunk. And so it always well, not always, but like it surprises me. I'm like, oh, you're enjoying this? Like you're having a good time being drunk? This is wild stuff out of you.
I think the bartender enjoys it more. Like I enjoy it more if someone gets drunk and starts being stupid. And especially if I was the one who gave them the alcohol to get them drunk. I'm like, you're an idiot. You could have stopped.
I mean, I definitely think
you
they're
gave
idiots
me
sometimes.
money for that negative thing to happen.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
you're gonna feel like shit tomorrow, and I'm gonna be okay.
Hey, make sure you tip me a lot on the poison that I just fed you, please.
Exactly.
I would appreciate that
I'd appreciate
a
that.
whole bunch. Yeah. Like tip me more than you think you need to tip me.
And usually once they start drinking, that's what happens. Like
That's the poison working.
Yeah, it's
It
like
is the poison working.
especially if you're a girl and it's a guy. Like
Oh yeah.
it doesn't even matter what you look like. Like, trust me, I've had people tip me a lot and just start getting crazy just because I know that I'm like giving them shots and they're like, I wonder if she likes me. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
nope, I just like the green that you have. Just pass it on over, baby. Guys are
Yeah.
so gullible. Guys at a bar are
Where-
so gullible.
we're functioning idiots. And then you add in some alcohol,
It's like, doing.
very few good things are happening from there.
Kyle, do you drink?
Not really, but yeah, that's part of the reason why not, because I'm not that smart anyway. So I don't want to ruin the little intelligence I do have.
When you drink, what do you drink? Beer or alcohol?
Could be both. Probably beer and wine more than anything.
Oh, I forgot wine. Yeah, I could see red or white.
Red.
See,
Whoa,
There's a couple
that'll
of
mess
rosés
me
I
up.
really like though.
I was about to say, I'll drink a rosé. In the shower, a couple ice cubes. Getting fancy, you know?
Shower with a couple of ice cubes. Kyle, does your wife drink?
No, she drinks even less than I do.
Wow. Okay. I respect
That's
that.
great.
Like,
She,
Yeah,
she
that-
I think university she used to drink a lot more. She was beer, but also I think Jameson, which I believe that's a whiskey.
yeah, it is. She was,
Ooh.
I know. Jameson and beer. Is she Irish?
English, Canadian,
okay.
obviously, but yeah, I think German, maybe Irish. She calls herself a mutt.
Oh, okay.
Families.
We all are.
I
Yeah.
know, aren't we though? Aren't we?
Very much so.
Shannon, okay, go ahead with your other story. I'm sorry.
Years ago,
Years.
I was dating this girl for a little while, and she was a horse girl, if that gives you any indication of the
What,
person she was.
What do you mean a horse girl?
I don't know. There's just like a whole thing about like horse girls. They're kind of hit or miss from what.
I
people
assume you mean
say.
like she does horseback riding.
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
What do you-
Sorry.
I
I
guess
guess I
I
could've
was
made that a bit more
confused, but I'm
clear.
also confused. What else did you think that means?
I don't even want to talk about it, but go ahead, Shannon. Your story.
Oh man.
I've co-hosted with you enough, Glass. I could tell instantly when you. Okay, she doesn't quite get it. Like
Yeah, I was like, what the? Okay, but I didn't want to ask because, there could be children watching.
Let's hope not.
I know, right?
Let's hope for the best. Or maybe they are, and they're about to learn some things.
Yeah.
So I date this girl for a little while, and not really into her. And this was like a point in time where I was like celibate purposefully because I was like needed to get my head straight, whatever. And
Okay.
so this is a story you'd hear at a bar about another bar. So this to say, I got a tattoo one night, and we were supposed to hang out that night. So we like hung out that night at the bar that I was like a regular at. And we ended up going to her place, and she like wants to hook up, and I'm like, I'm not really doing that right now. I was like, is it okay if I say no? And she was like, yeah, it's fine. I was like, look, I will look at your cookie for as long as it takes. I was like, I will go down there and I will put in some honest work. And so I do. And she's like, and like after a while, whatever, she's like, okay, I really just want to know
Cuddle?
you biblically. And I was
No,
like,
you biblically.
look, man, I was like, I'm exhausted. I just got a tattoo all of 3 hours ago. It's pretty big. I'm not really, whatever. So all this to say, this is the last time I saw her for a while. And I'm like bartending at this brewery that I worked at. And my friend, she's like, do you see what's happening? And it's 10 o'clock. Granted, people are drinking some IPAs. And
PM.
what?
10 p.m. AM.
Yeah, 10 p.m.
Okay.
But like not late. Like we close about 10 p.m. and like not late enough that like,
Right.
craziness is really ensuing, because that's kind of why we close at 10 p.m. We're like anything after that and things could get wonky. So my friend's like pointing out this couple, and she's like, are you seeing this? And I was like, well, now I am. And this dude has his hand down the back of this girl's pants. And I'm like,
that your girl?
that was the girl that I was dating prior. And I
Hi,
was like,
honey, I'm home.
man, glad I dodged that bullet. I don't want to be putting my finger in anybody's butthole in public after they've had a few beers.
Oh, well, I mean,
In private, sure.
how many beers did they have? Did you serve them?
I don't even know, honestly, but like enough that like he's he's
See, that's another thing
Plugging
you
her
should
butt
never do at a
hole.
bar. Like you should never.
yeah.
There should never be an overt display of public affection at a bar. Like hands should be on top of the bar. You can kiss every now and then. If you're gonna kiss at a bar, like if I see people kissing at my bar, I make them use tongue because otherwise you're wasting my time. So if you're kissing at the bar, you use tongue or just stop doing it because this isn't like. But hands have to stay on top of the bar. Like you can't be doing
Yeah,
that stuff.
that a similar situation. Well, I had nothing to do with these people, but basically they were looking like they were trying to fornicate at the bar a couple weeks ago, and like the girl was wearing a halter top, and
Okay.
like kept falling down,
Ah,
and I was just like,
stop! No one wants to see that. No one wants to
do
see
you
that.
need another drink, or do you think it's 1 o'clock in the morning and you two should go home? Like,
Or
what do we think here?
should you just go home? I mean,
Yeah,
I've kicked people off the bar for being overtly, especially in a bar where there's seating and there could be kids around. I've
well,
told people
there
that.
shouldn't be. Yeah, at this bar there shouldn't be kids around. However,
Yeah.
and this is kind of like what people go out for, right? They're like, oh, look, I'm looking to find someone to love
Well,
me
I mean,
and
it
fill this
depends.
gaping hole in my heart because capitalism exists.
It depends on the type. If you're in a restaurant bar, no. If you're in a
Yes.
restaurant bar, no. If you're at a
Yeah, no.
bar, like I don't know, like the church or something, the church, then yeah, I can see that. But at a restaurant bar, no.
For Christ.
What? And Jamie, to answer your question, if someone is douchey, I do the opposite of roofie them. Like they're getting like maybe not even a quarter ounce of liquor and the rest mixer. They're probably getting like a little, maybe sprinkle it on top so they think that they're getting alcohol and all the rest because douchey people shouldn't be drinking. If you're douchey, that's just a sign that you shouldn't be having alcohol.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's so accepted in our society because it makes you very myopic. Like I love the alcohol industry. I've been in it over a decade now. I love it.
Okay.
I love the people who work in it. What it does to some people,
Yeah,
unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. Like I used to live with someone in France who could not drink red wine. Could not drink red wine. Like I don't know why he would drink red wine and he would become like just an ugly person. Like he would say really mean things. And I remember
He would make our list later.
Yeah. Oh no, he was still hot. I mean, come on. I'm like, there's some people on that list that are hot, but I would like David Beckham. Like he's hot, but you don't want him ever talking to you because that just takes some of the hotness away. Because
Strange that he wasn't on my list, but I had a few other soccer players.
wait,
I almost put him
Beckham
on
wasn't
there.
on your list. Seriously?
I had him on there and I took him off.
Just aesthetically, David Beckham. Like aesthetically, David Beckham.
Yeah,
not,
for sure.
He doesn't talk. He's gorgeous, but once
I
he
like
talks,
darker hair. I don't love blondes. What can I say?
He does have one. Did you say uh-oh?
Yeah.
Oh, does that mean you have a lot of blondes on your list?
Well, I mean, I'm a fake blonde.
You're fake blonde. I'm sure Kyle didn't mean fake blondes. I'm sure he likes fake blondes.
I don't know.
See, I love that mustache though, so you're fine.
You don't have to be so sweet to me, Kyle. You haven't seen my hair yet.
He did see your hair. You didn't have the hat on earlier.
Oh yeah.
I love the duck, that Mighty Ducks logo especially too. So, yeah.
Well, I had to make sure I had this hat out because tomorrow I'm dressing in '90s gear. So
Why?
it's some like fundraising thing that I'm doing.
Oh.
Because if people can't think of a topic, they just pick a random decade and say dress up like this decade.
Should I
Yeah,
go
it's
and
pretty
give
lazy.
money somewhere? Should I go and give money?
I mean, only if you want to. I don't think I have a link to it or anything.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Okay. Then I will save my money and I have coffee with a friend, so we'll just spend it there.
I like it.
My dad bought us to bars when we were 5 and 8 years old. Jamie, another tidbit of Jamie that explains so much.
I was going to say that might explain some things.
I think it explains a lot of things. Yeah. Wow.
The origin stories.
All right. Do we want to transition? Do we want to transition to the beautiful athletes now, since we mentioned one of them?
Yeah, basically.
Then my mom and grandma were checking every bar in Cleveland looking for us. Yeah, well, that makes me happy that your mom and grandma were looking for you.
And I mean, he's here clearly now. He's an adult with kids, like responsible. So clearly they found him.
Yeah,
We
it all worked out.
Yep. We love you, Jamie.
All right. So the last topic that we have, dude, Dawson Knox is on the television right now and inside training camp, and he's pretty.
It's
I
funny
might have-
because recently my wife and I have been going through NFL players of positions. She's curious, like height, weight, and stuff like that. But also, the if we had a theoretical child, like would we, which NFL players would we like approve of them being in a relationship with? And like, she was actually in favor of Dawson Knox. She thought she likes tight ends. She doesn't really like fantasy football, but
she does.
Well, I hate tight ends actually, but that's the. Other than like the four I absolutely love, and then everyone else I despise you all, which includes Dawson Knox, unfortunately. But
wait, I'm sorry. So you and your wife were picking players that you would let your theoretical daughter date? Is that what you're saying?
Or son. We're not going to discriminate.
Son. Yeah, no, we're not. So is that what you guys were doing? That was
and we went through tight ends, and then she was Dawson Knox was on her approval list because apparently he's really cute.
Wow.
Can you touch on just for a moment hating tight ends as a position?
I think it's just they're basically touchdown vultures, touchdown dependent. Wear the perfect shirt today, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of them are overrated. And again, I come from a specifically fantasy football background. Well, just because like when to me it's like what can these players do on my fantasy teams and what they don't, and then anything else I don't really care what happens in the real NFL games.
Incredible stuff out of you. That's incredible.
Did you see the Chris Long episode when Stephon Diggs was in Minnesota? He went to the Minnesota locker room and asked the players, which player would you allow if you had a sister, or which
Who
player
would you not want dating?
Yeah,
your sister?
all of them. Every single one of them said Stephon Diggs. Every single one. And then when he went to Stephon Diggs, he was like, what? Why? I'm a great guy. He's like, clearly not. All of them would want their sister to date Adam Thielen. None of them wanted, like every single one was like Stephon Diggs. And none of them thought about it. It was like,
Yikes.
When we get to the AFC wide receivers, I'm bringing that up. I mean, the production's there. He's been great since he's been in Buffalo.
But yeah, I mean, why wouldn't he?
I'll draft him and he'd be on my teams, but
you're not letting your daughter or son date him. Is that what you're saying? You don't know.
I mean, as much as like you can't really control your children if they're going to date them. Like you don't really have a say. It's more I don't want them to, but
that's true too. That is true too. All right, Oh, go. Sorry.
I just love the take on not liking tight ends because of fantasy football. That's just incredible stuff.
Well, I mean, that's what we do as fantasy.
I love Mark Andrews, but the rest of you can all screw yourselves.
That's so funny. I love that because I wouldn't even think of that. I mean, because I don't play fantasy, so like it's not really in my realm. But
you wouldn't think of it as like the main priority for judging anyone. But yeah, here I am, crazy number guy.
Well, I've learned some things about myself over the years. Thankfully, I've gained some self-awareness that one, I cannot watch games that I care about in public because it's just not fun. And two, watching games with people who play fantasy and they're like, oh, I need this guy to do this and this person do this. I'm like, hey, I just need you to shut the fuck up so I can watch this game or take a nap while the game's on and not have to listen to you pull for their defense and this kicker and tell me about it. Which is, that's a me problem. Because I just think tight ends are awesome. I'm like, Jason Witten, I couldn't love that guy more.
As a tight end, not as an announcer.
Yeah, not as an announcer, but as a tight end, I love him.
Wow.
So
I don't even know I put that up, Jamie, because you're ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm shocked you put that up, to be honest. But
I didn't read it until I don't read them until I put them up. So that's on me from now on. I know better.
Everyone knows you just put whatever you want up. Gladys will put it on the screen.
I'll put it on the screen, then read it, then take it away. So, Jamie, I was talking to someone else about. I can only watch one game. Like I can't watch the NFL, the ticket or whatever that is, where they just show touchdowns.
Red Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, There's too much going on. I can't do that. I can watch one game and watch the ticker tape below, and plus I have the sports app so I can, if I need to look at fantasy points. But when you play in so many fantasy teams and you have DFS teams, I don't know which players, like what combination of players I need to score. So I'm like, so I can just watch a game and go, oh, this is a really good game, and not think about the fantasy aspect of it. Because I in all honesty, I turn off my phone once the game start on Sundays because I
That's
can't.
smart. I like that.
Yeah, I can't. I'm like, if I didn't, I'd be like, oh my god, like Stephon Diggs scored. Do I need him to score? What is he scoring on the right team? You know?
Yeah.
I can't.
Sitting in a room full of that is really hard for me.
So yeah, that's why I watch games by myself. Again, antisocial. Don't like people. So
yeah, I like to watch games by myself, and then even I guess to add, like if you're betting on the games, I can be a little bit more invested in that because like someone getting a bad beat or someone winning, like that's pretty exciting. However, you know,
I made this really, like, even before the schedules came out, I had this ridiculous parlay on BetMGM going, and I couldn't even tell you. It's like a $5 bet, and if it hits, it's like $7,000. Because I went, yeah, I'll pick that, and I'll pick that, and I couldn't even tell you right now 3 of the parlays I have, and it's like a six leg parlay. So again, I can't be vested. Like I can bet, but I can't be vested in what happens in the game because it would drive me crazy. It would drive me fucking crazy to be going on. I don't know how people watch. What is it called, Kyle? Red Zone? Red Ticket?
Red
What
Zone.
is it?
Yeah, Red Zone.
I don't know how people watch Red Zone. I honestly don't. You like it was like, why doesn't it give you a seizure? Like it's like you know what I mean?
Box. Now this game.
Yeah, exactly. Quad going on.
Here, they're in the red zone here.
I kind of like Red Zone, honestly.
No,
it's a bit more.
You like Scott Hansen?
No, I like Red Zone. Like that's my preferred way to watch Sunday football. Honestly.
Why am I, Jamie? Seriously, I'm just gonna stop putting Jamie's things up. If I see Jamie's name, I'm not gonna put it on the screen. Let me be honest right now.
Because don't worry, Jamie. I'm also a co-host here. I can do it.
Yeah, Kyle can do it. I refuse. All right. So, in no particular order, my first. Oh, did you guys know that Darren Waller just got married to Kelsey Plum?
I don't know.
Yep. And then right after he was traded away from the Vegas. Yeah.
I thought he got married after he was traded.
Darren Waller, the tight end.
The tight end. Kelsey Plum is.
I know who he is.
Basketball player for the Las Vegas Aces. Yeah, they just got married to each other. I didn't know that.
He's with the New York Giants instead of the Las Vegas Raiders.
You think he was in Las Vegas when they got? I thought he had got traded.
I mean, certainly when he got engaged. Maybe he got traded and then the wedding happened.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was right after the wedding. But
dude, he is very attractive.
He is. He's a tasty morsel, but she's attractive too.
He actually is one of the few tight ends I do like, to be fair. So
yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about some real tight ends.
No, I don't have. Oh, I do have one tight end on mine.
No, I was talking about their behind.
I have someone married to a tight end.
The soccer player?
Yeah. Don't guess. Let him tell you.
Oh, no. I mean, there's only one.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, because only one tight end's ever been married. Everyone hates them as much as I do.
To an athlete. To another athlete.
Yeah, I know. That's
true. And it has to be athlete. And it could be, they don't have to be playing now, but they had to have played. So my first one's Reggie Bush because he's like, I don't know. Kim Kardashian brought him down a couple pegs. Like once I know that he's been with Kim Kardashian, it kind of takes away some of the glisten. But
he got in there early.
Yeah, he
was an early investor on Kim K.
He was an early investor in Kim Kardashian pre-Kanye, so he's okay. And that man's just pretty. Like that's the only reason I watch Fox pregame because they have got the prettiest group of men talking to me about football. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, someone else.
Ooh, Matt Leinart is good looking.
Mr. Else is also pretty. I
agree. Who?
Well, someone else, right? That's what his name is.
No, those don't. I don't know because what's his face is on there. The coach, the Jacksonville coach from last year, Urban Meyer.
Oh God.
Thank you. You're right.
Why is he even mentioned in this? That's the opposite.
Yeah, so Reggie Bush is not number 10, but he's on my list. I'm just gonna say he's on my list because I didn't put them in any order. I just put down names.
Well, since this isn't in no particular order, I actually did put them in a particular order, so I do have.
You did? So who's your number 10 then?
Well, it's funny because when you first said it, it's like, what's the especially football perspective? Like, oh, he's the most handsome football player, right? But then I thought about 9 other athletes that are, I think, better looking than him. But still, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G, good enough to be on this list. Even if it's at
He is
number
good
10.
enough to be on the list. Jimmy G is, yeah. You know what? And the more gray he gets in the hair, the better looking he gets. I'm sorry, he looks good with gray in his hair.
He looks
I
good with a
can't
beard. He looks good without a beard. Like that's
Yeah.
usually difficult. Like
Yeah, he's-
usually it's one or the other. That's why I never
Yeah.
shave my beard.
Jimmy G is yeah, he's a tasty morsel. I can get on board with that. Shannon,
Well, I'm gonna go with Kelly Slater.
the surfer.
He's yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Cowabunga.
Sorry.
No.
I mean,
he's
is
good.
that a-
right? I don't know.
I don't know if they say cowabunga. Yeah, I think he's a good-looking dude, and like surfers are just good-looking people in general. I mean,
Yeah.
that guy, what's his name, Leif, that's been surfing forever, that lives in Hawaii. That guy,
Yeah.
super fit. I mean, they're just
He-
good-looking people, I think.
Brandon Boyd.
his
from
wife
Incubus,
is
he does
really
tons of
hot, though.
surfing.
His wife
Mhm.
is way hotter than he is, and I can't think of her name.
Wait, Leafs or
Wait,
Leifs or Kelly
I-
Slater's?
she's married. Is Kelly Slater married? No.
No idea.
No. Kelly Slater's married because the rumor was one of the reasons that Giselle and Tom broke up is because she went back to Kelly Slater. She used to date him. Yeah.
Oh,
There, just I don't,
wow.
true, but that was
Is he
one
also a
of the things.
California boy like Brady?
Who?
Slater. Like I just because he's a surfer, I assume he's either from California or from Australia.
Or Hawaii?
Oh, wait, Hawaii.
Yeah, I think he's Hawaiian. I think he's from Hawaii, isn't he?
No idea. Couldn't tell you. Listen, I was just picking based on looks, not like I know a lot about these people. I just was going
All right.
purely by looks.
My next one is low because of what Kyle said. He looks really good with a beard and a mustache. You shave that off, and he's not good looking at all. And that would be Mr. Travis Kelce. Mr. Travis Kelce is smoking hot with that beard and mustache. But once he shaved that last year, it was frightening. It was
I
frightening.
feel like he still looks good.
Oh, whoa! Are you kidding me? Someone said he went from "Who's your daddy?" to "Hey, I'll have your daughter home by 10 o'clock," and that's true. He was like no longer. He didn't have that. Ugh. So Travis Kelce's my next guy with a beard.
Je ne sais
only.
quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
By the
With
way, I looked up. Kelly Slater's actually born in Florida.
Florida.
Yeah,
Florida
Cocoa
man.
Beach, Florida.
Come on, Kelly. Eesh.
But he now lives in Hawaii.
Okay, that's cool then, because he's probably lived in Hawaii for like the.
Because he's
most
probably
part.
like, get me the F out of Florida. Jesus
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why am I here? Why am I here?
Yeah, young Kelly Slater.
He
Good
still looks
looking.
good though. He still looks
Yeah.
good. He still looks
No
good.
hair. Still
Yeah.
looks good.
Like very few white guys can pull off that bald look and still
Mark
be
Messier
super
can
defined.
do it. But yeah.
Who? This
Mark
the hockey
Messier,
player?
Yeah, hockey player, exactly.
Okay.
Stone Cold Steve Austin can do it.
Who is Stone Cold Steve Austin bald?
Yeah.
Never noticed.
One of
that.
my bits that I'll never use
Uh-huh.
for stand up because I'll just probably never do it is only 3 people can wear goatees: bad guys, black guys, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes, this is true. This is true. Bad guys, bad boys can wear like yeah.
Those are the only 3 that can
Yeah.
get away with goatees. It's not
Dude.
actual factual, but
This guy came into the bar last week, bald, goatee, tats, English accent. That was like the trifecta. 5-finger death punch strummer.
oh,
Like-
sick.
I know, right? Because I was
That's
like,
awesome.
why are you here? And he's like, I'm a band. I honestly thought he said I rob bars, but he said I'm in a band, and I'm like, oh, that's even better. Yeah,
That's so
But-
cool.
I know, but it's a trifecta: bald,
Yeah.
goatee. Well, that's a quadfecta because the tats have to be, and then the accent
The accent does a lot of heavy lifting.
does most of the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
You can get away with a lot with a great accent. Kyle,
All right,
Next.
are we going to go to are we going to go back and forth, ladies and dudes?
I don't think I can go back and forth because I don't think I have an equal number of both, but we can.
That's okay.
Well, it's
Okay.
funny because the back half of my top 10 kind of follows that pattern. Because at number 9, I was debating between all 3 of the nurses, Darnell Nurse, Kia Nurse, who's a WNBA player.
Oh, okay.
Darnell Nurse is an NHL player, but honestly, I think the best looking of them all is, I think she's the younger of the 3, Sarah Nurse. She's a female hockey player.
All right, I have
And-
to look this up. She's a hockey player?
Yeah. So she, at the last Olympics, which Canada won, she set the tournament record for goals in an Olympic tournament. So quite the sniper, both in shooting ability, but also with their dazzling.
Kyle, you have a type, don't you?
Pretty?
Kyle? Yes. Yes. All right. She's Canadian professional hockey player.
I'm very biased. At least half my list is Canadian, to be honest.
That's
Nothing-
fair.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. How are you an athlete, Jamie? Seriously. Okay. Janice, go.
Fantasy football is a sport.
If that's a sport, then pocket pool is a sport.
I
I'm
accept.
really good at it. Oh, great.
All right, so
I'm an
never mind.
elite
I'm putting
athlete.
Shannon on this list. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Candace Parker.
Ooh, nice. High five on that one.
She, if I played basketball, I would use her pre-free throw like thing that she does. I would also use that. I would just steal that from her.
She's and her commercials with Stephen Curry are like pretty funny too. Like
Hmm.
I like Candace Parker. I think it's a great.
Shannon. That's a great pick.
It was a great.
Thanks.
pick.
That's a little home cooking there because I am from Tennessee, so
All right,
there's
I'm
that.
gonna
Just
go
to be candid.
old school, and this is another one that's just aesthetically. Like I never want her to talk. I never want her to talk about how she's a virgin. I never want her to talk about how chaste she is. Lola Jones. Lolo Jones. She she still is. I think I saw something about her the other day on TV. Smoking hot, but like to hear her and Tim Tebow talk about how they're chaste they are and stuff was just
They
so
love it so
annoying.
much. Maybe they should marry.
Exactly.
Virginity.
There was a thing for a
Right.
while that people were trying
Yeah.
to get them hooked up because they were both so
They were
chaste.
all about it.
They were
yeah.
all about it, you know,
They were so biblical. They should have been biblical.
together. But yeah,
Yeah.
just aesthetically, she's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, she's a mixed kid too. Really hot.
Okay, never mind.
Oh.
I guess Jamie knocks Jimmy G off the list. He was apparently a jiu-jitsu competitor. He's an athlete, so.
So you're
Top
replacing
10 and
Jamie
Garoppolo's
with Jimmy-
gone.
Garoppolo's gone
Jimmy
and
gone. That's what the G stands for.
and Jamie's
Jeez.
in. All right, Kyle, you're up.
Okay, well, number 8, the only hockey player I think that currently plays, because the one thing is I also chose current athletes, because there's a few that I could think of that from the
Okay.
past, but it's like, okay, but they're not currently professional athletes, so I didn't take them. But the only hockey player I think that looks better than Sarah Nurse, Brett Burns. Now you could say, does this guy look better with or without a beard? I mean, he can't exist without a beard, to be honest. Like, the beard is the whole aesthetic. It's actually quite
Ooh, okay. He has no teeth.
I mean, he's a hockey player.
I kind of do like the no teeth look. Honestly, it's kind of badass. Like, and just to hear him talk, it's like kind of fun. Like they almost have a little bit of a lisp.
Because of no teeth.
Yeah.
See, okay, I'm on the fence on this pick because I really like the beard, and I really like this picture with like the little man bun and the big beard going on. But it's because his mouth's closed, and I don't know he doesn't have any teeth. So, I'm a big fan of the grill. I'm a big fan of a really nice grill. I don't know why. I do. I like so. I can't give you full kudos on that. I can give you half kudos on that. Shannon.
All right. I'm gonna go with Nigel Houston. He's a professional skateboarder, and he's covered in tattoos.
Oh, please.
He's got some muscles,
What's his
and he
first name?
skates. Nyjah, Nyjah, and the last name Huston.
I didn't have to put
Nigel
the last
Houston.
name in. Oh, hello, Daddy.
Yeah.
And he's 28, so he kind of hits that threshold that don't feel bad thinking that he's hot. Ah, he is pretty.
That's why I didn't take any college athletes either. Yeah. Professional athletes.
Well,
oh no.
Oh, that's me. Like, that's my decision. You can do whatever decision you want.
I mean, I
Yeah.
did it, and then I was like, okay, I'll add like one more on here because I didn't have as many as you all, so I just have like a total of 9 now. But
You had a bunch of smart people. You needed one more on.
I'm wholly behind this Nigel Houston.
yeah, he's cute, and he seems
is
like a chill dude, and skateboarding's cool.
Skateboarding is still cool.
A skateboarder and a surfer. You went with the chill dudes, right?
He did, man.
I guess so.
A skateboarder and a surfer. And he has a really
Netflix
cute
and
smile.
chill, after all, right?
All right. My next one, Skylar Diggins Smith.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Skylar Diggins, when Notre Dame, when she played at Notre Dame, super hot. Went to the professionals, still super hot. Got married, still super hot. Had a kid, still super hot. Anyone can go through that transition, has upward trajectory. Skylar Diggins
For
Smith
sure.
she's super hot. She's like, and she's a really good basketball player. So, yeah.
Yeah, she is hot. I'm looking at pictures now.
Great pick.
Thank you. Kyle.
Yeah, so I guess number 7 is Laurie Saint Georges.
Oh my
She's a
God.
curler. She's blonde, one of the few blondes on the list. Because honestly, she's got like the most infectious smile. Infective. That makes sound awful.
What's infective? Yeah, I don't know what the infective.
She's
How do you
a
spell her first
curler.
name? First name.
Laurie. Laurie.
Oh, you were saying it with an accent? What's happening?
Yeah, well, she's from Quebec. So
And what's her last name?
Saint George. Saint George.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, she is cute. Wait, in this one picture, she has dark hair.
Oh, that's true. Actually, yeah. Recently, she's. I'm thinking of classic Laurie, but yeah, that's true. In the last tour, she's gone.
See?
Which she still looks amazing no matter what her hair color is. But
She does
yeah,
have a really cute smile, too. You're
You
right
see her
about
every curling event. She's always just like so energetic. It's always happy to meet. Win loss. Like she's super, really competitive, but also good.
that. Is she good?
So
Is she a really
demonstrates
good curler?
sportsmanship and.
Is she a good curler?
Yeah, pretty good curler. She's won the Quebec provincials a few times. Gotten decently far in the Scotties.
Okay.
Actually,
I really
mixed doubles
love
championship.
curling.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's so great. I'm like considering if that should be the next thing I play because I'm
You know, Kyle
transitioning out
curls.
of-
Kyle's on a curling team.
Yeah, he's Canadian. No
Yep.
surprise.
Do all Canadians curl? Is that what you're saying?
I don't want a blanket statement, but yes.
It's pretty true, to be honest.
Wow. Okay.
Other than my wife, she's curled once.
There you go.
She's Canadian. She curls.
Yeah, even if it's just once, it counts. She's done it.
Counts.
All right, Shannon.
Onto another. I'm on to a lady now, I guess. I'm gonna pick someone I assume is on your list, just so I can say her first. Alex Morgan from the United States Women's National Soccer Team.
Yes, she was on my list. Thank you very much.
Actually, one of her teammates on my list, but yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just absolute smoke show.
She's really hot, but I think Kyle's is hotter, actually.
That's fine.
But
I can
She-
like what I like.
I like midfielders.
and you do.
like I say.
you what?
I like
Huh?
midfielders.
Okay.
My favorite position in soccer, so a little biased, of course.
The next one on my list is so Lewis Hamilton, and this is when he talks. Like he doesn't have to talk, but
Oh, okay.
it helps when he does. Like it raises it like one more stake. Although I have a feeling that he might be really short. I have to look
That's
that
why
up.
it fits in the car so well.
Yeah, because aren't most race car drivers short? They're very few.
Yeah, but
tall.
they've got really, really strong abs. Like they've got the best core of any athlete.
Really? And I like him more. Lewis Hamilton is definitely Sir Lewis Hamilton. Sorry, Sir Lewis Carl Davidson Hamilton. My bad.
He's 5'9".
Ooh, hello. Even better.
That's not that short.
No, it's not that short. I'll take it. I thought he was shorter than that.
It's like running
And-
back height.
What? Yeah,
Like perfect running back height.
he's just the perfect height. Let's just put it like that. And he has like that perfect English accent, and he's like the perfect dog. I love him. I love it about him. I love that from Nico.
That's a great pick. Another win.
Thank you. Kyle.
That's a great formula to go by.
Oh, Kyle, you were doing so well. I'm so glad Dan's not here.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Kyle. World Cup's in Australia.
Oh man.
Let's talk about the other football. Back to gridiron football.
Okay.
So it's not Garoppolo. I think the most handsome, best-looking quarterback is actually Jalen Hurts. And he's number 6.
Ooh, Jalen
Oh.
Hurts is pretty. He's just young. He's young. But he is
again,
very.
looks good with facial hair. Looks good with. I guess we haven't really seen him much.
Whoa! I don't think I've ever seen a picture of Jalen Hurts with facial hair.
Not like a full beard, but like the mustache. I suppose.
Oddly intrigued. He had a mustache.
Oh, am I...
Okay, I'm.
I don't know what he looks like, but he's on my list anyway.
Jalen Hurts. Oh, he does have a mustache.
I would go Jimmy G over Jalen, but that's just
And a
me
goatee.
thing.
I don't know. It would be. I would if both of them were. I would do both at the same time.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I like Jalen.
I don't want to choose.
I like Jalen with the especially really short hair. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Look, I think that just because if Garoppolo tried something like that, I don't think he'd be able to rock it well.
Plus, Jalen has that really pretty smile. Like when he smiles.
Yeah, it's a really good smile.
Like Laurie St. Georges right before.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
The infectious smile section.
Yes. Infectious smile. Yeah, I like it. Good pick. Good pick. And you, sir? Or is it my turn? It's my turn. All right. Sloane Stevens, the tennis player. She's married. I don't know her last name now. But Sloane Stevens is a smoke show on the tennis court. I mean, there are very few. Like, no, that's not true. There are a lot of pretty tennis players. There are very few, like, attractive tennis players. You know what I mean? And I think she is attractive tennis player. She is one step ahead than the pretty ones.
I do love.
We lost him. He loved something, and it apparently wasn't love worthy, and the machine kicked him out. I'm like,
Restream did not deem his love.
Exactly. Are you sure that's what you love?
Is that
All
the
right.
echo coming from Shannon?
Yeah.
What'd you say now? My audio went out for a second.
Oh.
Well, we can hear you. We can't see you.
We can't see you though. But...
Okay, let me rejoin real quick. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay. I looked her up. She is pretty hot. I don't have any tennis players on my list. I almost put one on, and I'm glad I didn't because then I won't look as much the idiot for putting.
Wait, who are you going to put on? Tell me.
Eugenie Bouchard.
Oh, Canadian.
Yeah, the Canadian bias, right?
The Canadian bias. Yes, but yeah.
All right, can you see me now?
Yeah.
We can see you and hear you, and the echo's gone. You're perfect,
Great.
Shannon.
Touchdown.
Kyle.
Oh, wasn't it Shannon's turn?
Oh, is it Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm on to dudes again.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I'm needing to whittle this down, but I have less than both of you, so I'm not. I'm gonna go with JJ Redick.
Interesting choice.
You know what? It might just be him as a person too, but I think he's also just good looking. He's got like the full sleeve tattoo going on. I do like him as a person, I think.
Does he do announcing for ESPN? I think that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
He has
like
a full sleeve?
Yeah. The guy from Duke played with the Clippers, which I hated. But
I hated that he played for Duke, so yeah.
That's fair. You know what? It's actually so I didn't really watch, and I don't now watch it either, but there was a period of time in my life where I did watch college basketball, and I remember paying attention when he first was playing.
He has a nice sleeve going on.
Yeah.
It seemed like his college career was incredible. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was, and I think that's why I was paying attention, because this guy was like doing something that was crazy. And
Okay.
so JJ Redick.
I like that choice. I like him as an announcer, actually. He's one of the very few ESPN announcers that I can stomach, although I have another one on my list. But yeah, I like him as an announcer.
Yeah.
Is it me? No.
I think it's you.
So I'm going to go with the other ESPN announcer, Ryan Clark. I think Ryan Clark is just gorgeous. And he is funny when he's on the TV, and his Twitter account is freaking hilarious. I like him more when he's sedate than I do when he's like, like, but Ryan Clark.
When he's reserved and thoughtful.
When he's reserved and thoughtful. And I liked him when he played for the Steelers. So Ryan Clark is a tasty morsel for me.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a good pick.
Thank you.
So
I like it too.
now we get to my top 5, and now it's just the ladies. So Jalen Hurts, you were the highest ranked guy, but now it's time for the so we talked about U.S. soccer player already. I'm going Julie Ertz at number 5.
So she was who I kind of thought of first, I think, but then Morgan I'm more attracted to.
Is it because she's married to Zach Ertz? Did that turn you off?
Oh, again, she's a midfielder. That's my thing. Alex Morgan's a striker, so that's this.
But then married to a tight end.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
You know what? Zach Ertz helped me win some fantasy titles, though. So he is actually the tight ends I like. So good.
I'm not
He
trying
has a
to
good
poke
taste in tight ends.
holes. I'm not trying to poke holes in your dislike of tight ends, but
Julie, yeah, I think she looks like Alex Morgan to me. Don't they kind of resemble each other?
Well, the hair is different, right? Because isn't Julie Ertz blonde? Well, Alex Morgan.
No, she's not blonde, is she? I thought she had dark
she
hair.
is.
I mean, people can dye their hair, right? I'm sure there's times. Almost every picture. Yeah, I'm looking up every picture I see of her. She's blonde.
Wow, I like it when I put like one name in and it comes out.
That is so nice, isn't it? When
It
the old
is
Google,
nice.
Google
I know.
machine works.
And when the Google machine's working.
Not
Oh,
like
you know what?
The Google overlords are listening to
I
this
don't think this is
broadcast.
who I thought she was.
They
Maybe.
absolutely are. I mentioned capitalism earlier and it being bad. So
And guess what? Someone just gave me money. Like, oh, how awful.
I'm pretty sure that I didn't think that the person I thought was Julie Ertz is not that person. So maybe I thought Morgan was Julie Ertz because I really thought she had dark hair. And that's yeah. I don't think I've ever seen this chick. Which makes me sad because her husband is smoking hot. Not on my list, but he's still
also
hot.
cute.
Also very cute.
Also cute tight end.
Also a tight end. So sorry, Kyle, but tight
You know,
end.
when I'm looking at pictures of Alex Morgan, like next to Julie Ertz, maybe I think Shannon might have had it right. Maybe I should have took Alex Morgan. So I messed
Well,
up.
now we have them both, so
Yeah,
maybe we did it right.
equal representation. Yeah.
I think
because I feel like we haven't like all like picked all basketball players, all football. You know, we have like a good spread. We have a curler on here and a skateboarder. We might be doing this list just right.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I thought Alex Morgan was Julie Ertz because that looks like what I thought it was. All right, I'm gonna go with this person. I'm gonna pick him because aesthetically, I don't even know who Anastasia Ashley is.
I'm assuming she's a wrestler.
Is she a wrestler, Shannon?
Not that I know of.
I'm gonna Google it, and I'm gonna feel really bad about it because it's someone Jamie picked, and I know that she's probably a porn star.
I thought the Canadian was going to somehow get Wayne Gretzky's daughter because there's going to be some connection there or whatever. But
is she an athlete?
I don't think so. I think she's just a supermodel.
Yeah, because she's married to an athlete. But
that doesn't count.
Her dad's an athlete, but I don't think she
still doesn't count.
Maybe
I'm pretty sure she's been on the cover of Golf Digest, but like not a
okay.
Golfer.
Jamie, Anastasia Ashley.
Why?
Why did I do that? In my head, I was like, don't do it.
See, I was gonna look her up too, and then I thought, you know what? Maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. And I did, and now I hate myself for it. So
hey, we can talk about some beautiful people. You'll like yourself a little more.
She's attractive, but I'm pretty sure she's a porn star. My next person, Cam Newton. Although he can't talk. Like his
That's true
misogynistic
too.
view.
That
Yeah.
is true.
I don't need him to talk. I just need him to stand there and look really pretty, and he can
He
wear
also
whatever he
looks better
wants.
in football gear than anything else.
No,
So-
no. Are you crazy?
The
No.
Panthers jersey looks awesome. Some of
I've
his
seen
weird
him in
get-ups,
person.
not so much.
I got to meet him one time, and he is really good looking. And he does wear cool. He makes hats look cool.
Look good, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he can wear like any hat as long he can wear anything, any jersey, any clothes, any hat. Just don't talk about females, and you're fine, and you're just aesthetically pretty.
Has he said something wonky before or
Oh my God, yeah.
off
His
kilter?
views on partners, wives, is like straight out of the 50s. Like he's just crazy, but he's pretty.
Well, you know, women weren't allowed to have bank accounts back then.
That's hot. Okay, Jamie. Anyway, Shannon, or is it Kyle? I don't even know anymore. I've lost
I think
control.
it's me. I think it's
Okay.
me. And I'm going back to the dudes on this side.
Okay.
I'm gonna go NBA real quick, and then I'll go off of NBA. I'm gonna go James Johnson. I think he currently, I can't remember who he currently plays for last year, but I know he's playing for Brooklyn before that, and maybe Dallas, and then he did play for the Grizzlies at one time. But he's got like dope ass tattoos. He's got a tattoo on his throat, sick. There's a couple photos of him like wearing like a fur coat, looking just unbelievably cool. He's just a cool looking dude, and like I'm a
Ooh.
big fan.
That's an interesting pick.
Interesting. Okay, that's
No, because I mean, like of all the pictures you look at him, you look at one picture and you're like smoking hot, and then you look at another picture and you're like, is that the same guy? Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah. When he was young, I think when he was younger, he probably wasn't as cool looking.
I think that's what it is.
But like
um,
now,
And he
like
wears
now-
clothes nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like when he's like his actual like Instagram account, maybe he's a cool looking dude.
Yeah, he is.
And he like knows karate. He's just like,
I like it.
yeah.
I like it a lot. Kyle.
Thanks.
All right, so at number 4, it's funny you mentioned karate because I'm going with a mixed martial artist here.
Ooh.
Misha Tate.
Oh, I almost put an MMA guy on mine.
Misha Tate.
Brunette, who's hot. that's the
Oh,
crux
she's
of basically the top of the list from now.
she is. Yeah, she's.
I
Yeah.
think she's a butterface.
A butterface. Is that what you
Yeah.
said? What is a
Yeah.
butterface?
Everything's good, butterface.
Oh my God!
You've never heard that? Kyle, you've heard
No,
that,
I've
right?
never
that.
heard that. Oh my God,
I apologize for being rude.
Jamie.
Jamie
are
approves.
there- yeah, but are there very few people Jamie wouldn't bang? I think so.
Yeah, that's not that's not.
Yeah, it's not a that's not a
That's
ringing
short list.
endorsement as you think it is, Kyle. It's like, meh. She's her
Um,
face isn't. Oh, she has a smoking body. This is true,
Yes.
but her face isn't bad. Everything
Hmm.
but her face. That's kind of rude.
She's not my type.
She's
guess.
got some serious muscle going on
And I
her.
do love muscles. Muscles and tattoos kind of get me.
Yeah. My next one, basketball player, Asia Wilson from the Aces. She's like, I don't even know. Are there words? There aren't words. That's how pretty she is.
3 letters.
that's-
MVP. That's all you need, right?
There you go, MVP. I mean, she was doing last year, no, the year before, when the two ladies were doing the college basketball. I think they did it this year too, but I don't think Asia Wilson was on. Asia Wilson came on in her regular street clothes, and she wears clothes nice. Like, I don't think there's anything you could put on her that would look bad. Like you could just like wrap a towel around her and she'd be like, "Oh my God, that's the best towel. I'll buy one of those." She just looks really good in clothes. And she's a really good basketball player. So yeah, Asia Wilson, my choice.
I get to speak to that real quick. I want to say that anytime I see someone do something truly athletic or skillful, I think it's an automatic +2. So if you're going like a 1 through 10 scale and you see them and they just throw a football 60 yards through the air, you're like, it's a +1 or 2.
Exactly. You move up a notch. I'm like that.
Or maybe you see somebody throw a stone and they get bullseye and knock another stone out of the scoring zone.
Athleticism is athleticism in any venue. Yeah. That and wearing clothes well. Like if you can wear clothes well, and I'm saying this and I don't like, I'm not gonna lie. For the last week, I've worn the same thing to walk the dogs. Like people can tell that it's me because I have overalls on and a black tank top. Usually no shoes, and I'm walking my dogs around the block. I don't care. Like clothes aren't my thing, but to look at other people in clothes, it's like, that's really nice because I know I couldn't wear it. I couldn't look like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's an automatic +2 when you see someone do something skillful or athletic.
That's why, yeah. Kyle.
All right, so number 3, I've got.
We're only on number 3. Wait.
Yeah, I've got 3. I've got 3 left.
I don't think I have 3 left. How do I not have 3?
Maybe
that's okay.
Maybe you skipped me one time. I don't know.
Oh, maybe
I forgot to go when I was supposed to. But the person I think is actually the hottest soccer player, the Canadian, Kadisha Buchanan.
Kadisha.
Kadeisha.
I got Kadeem Hardison. Oh, that's because I spelled it wrong.
And Buchanan would be the typical Buchanan, which sounds.
I love your homer picks of Canadians. Is what I'm about.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the top 3 we're Canadians the rest of the way from here on out.
Is it? I've talked.
She has a great smile. She has a great smile.
She does have a great smile.
She is fast too. Very athletic.
And she's a midfielder, I'm guessing.
She's a defenseman, actually.
You see somebody run fast? Woo. I'm like, okay. Good thing about having kids.
Yeah, I like it. How are the Canadian women's doing in the World Cup?
They lost this morning. They got eliminated.
Who did they lose to?
The host Australia.
Oh, that was Canada.
They beat Ireland, but they tied Nigeria, and then Nigeria I don't think lost the whole tournament, so they finished first. And then so that game between them and Australia, it came down to
Australia
winner gets that second spot.
Didn't they score like 5 on them or something?
It's 4-0 Australia. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow, the Dingoes just sticking it to them.
Yeah, pretty bad.
I just assume that any Australian team's name is the Dingoes.
You know, it's really great. The Jamaican team their names are the Reggae Girls. That is the only reason I'm cheering for them because they go every time something happens, they're like, "Oh, the Reggae Girls are doing good," and I'm like, "That's awesome."
That's too funny.
It is the Reggae Girls, the Jamaican team, who actually I think won for the first time ever in World Cup.
Yeah, for their first ever World Cup game. Yeah, I thought I saw that against
that was
Costa
awesome.
Rica.
Yeah,
Croatia.
I think it was Costa Rica. I've been watching, but again, I'm not a really soccer aficionado, so I just kind of watch the second half because the first half is like they'll show me if someone scores again, and the second half is when it matters. It's like basketball. I can't. All right, so my next one, I guess. Did I not say David Beckham? Did I say David Beckham already?
A while ago, before we even started. We haven't actually mentioned him since we've been doing the list.
Okay, so David Beckham is on my list. He's not high on my list, but if David Beckham doesn't talk, if he's just like walking around, especially with no shirt on and his soccer shorts, David Beckham is super high. He also like I've seen him at Wimbledon where they're dressed stuffy up with the thing. He also wears a suit nice, but he looks really much better when his tats are showing and he's sweating and he's running up and down a soccer field.
Yeah, he and Posh Spice just have to be one of the most attractive couples that have ever existed.
Wait, one of the most attractive couples?
Yeah. Like, I think that pairing is like one of the best looking pairings that has ever happened in the history of humans.
No, I can't agree.
Okay.
Because I mean, I think if he had hooked up with Scary Spice, I would be on board with that. But yeah,
I think Sporty was probably my favorite.
Sporty.
Well, this thing, as much as I love sports, Sporty had to be my favorite. That wasn't even a choice.
Uh.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Never mind. Forget what I said.
They made really pretty kids, though. They have beautiful
Yeah.
children.
More often than not, I just think about them naming their children. Like, you know why they name their children? Have you heard this?
Yeah.
So they name their children based on where their children were conceived. So it's like Brooklyn and I don't
Bathroom, car,
not,
backseat.
not the space they were in, but the like physical, whatever.
This one's name is Mansion.
This one's his private jet. Yeah.
This one's his Subway.
Yeah.
That would be
a tough
awesome.
period financially.
But their kids are like just attractive kids, and which is really, yeah. I mean, she's
So
cute, but he's hot. He's hot.
yeah, the
Smoking hot.
Tim Howard, the former goalie for
Ooh,
the US
excellent
men's
choice.
team. No, that's not my choice. That's not my choice.
Oh, what?
I was just going to tell a story that related
Okay.
to attractive kids and soccer players. Yeah, so he is from Memphis, where I am from. Or he's
Tim
not
Howard
from
is?
Memphis. He's not from Memphis. He lives in Memphis.
Okay.
But he is, his kids and his ex-wife are all very cute. But he like made really, really good looking kids as well.
I can
And he
see
was
that.
also, Tim Howard is also my type. He's not my pick, but
He's beautiful.
he is.
Is
I've
he
gotten
still
to meet him.
beautiful?
Yeah, I've gotten to meet him a few times, and he's like, I want to say he's single now, probably or whatever, but he used to hang out.
So
at a
you're
couple
saying there's
restaurants.
a chance.
He used to hang out at like a couple restaurants I would go to, and ladies were always, hanging out too.
Oh my God, Tim Howard tattoos. If you just Google Tim Howard tattoos, I'm gonna have to like bookmark this site. for later.
Yeah. All right, well then my next pick, I think it's a lady pick again. So it's Elena Del Don.
Yeah.
I'm
Is she
just like, I
Australian?
just cannot not be into her. She's gorgeous,
She is gorgeous, and she's really good.
and she's really good.
Yeah. Although I think she's like hurt right now, but she's super gorgeous. Her wife is really cute too, though.
Mm-hmm. Also
mean,
accurate.
Yeah. Is
That's
she?
my pick.
Where's she from? Is she Australian?
This is American professional
She's not American. Elena Del Don?
from
She's-
Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah,
No
I was gonna
way.
say, I thought she was. I was sure I heard her talk. I was like, if she's Australian, then we're adding a couple points to this.
Yeah, she's from Delaware, dude. She's pretty as well. So.
She's very pretty.
I guess my turn.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is.
All right, number 2, another curler, Emma Miskew.
Emma Miskew.
Yes.
Emma.
I'm gonna start curling for sure.
Honestly, that's part of the appeal of why I watch curling so much. All the women are so freaking beautiful. That's why there's 3 on my list actually.
Wow.
Emma Miskew. There we go.
And she's Canadian as well.
Yeah, all 3 of the curlers and shows are Canadian.
She is pretty.
And incredibly talented. She's got her own business where she like designs like cups and sentimental things.
Wait,
very
I'm
cool.
sorry. She designs what?
He was
Like
saying
what?
that curling doesn't really pay the bills, so she has a private art business as well.
Yeah, she'll like make arts and crafts things and sell them.
All right, the next one I'm picking, hold on. I'm gonna have to change because she's way too young. I have to make this not happen. So I'm gonna pivot off of anyone under the age of 25. And
You don't have to.
I do. If I want to,
okay.
if I want to sleep with myself tonight, which I do, because I really like sleeping with myself. I
Especially after those Tim Howard picks.
I know, right? Bookmarked. Nick. I'm gonna go Tim Howard. Fuck it. I'm picking Tim Howard. I don't
He
care.
hasn't been picked yet, right?
He hasn't been picked yet, and he's now bookmarked. So yes, Tim Howard. Thank you.
Great choice.
I just thought of it. I don't know. It just came to me just now. It's really weird how that
That's
happened.
funny. I love that.
Elena Del Don has beautiful bone structure. Okay. I worry about Jamie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not lying when I say that.
Shannon, last one, or
Yeah. And you can't pick Tim Howard because I just took him. So
Oh. Okay, this is great. This is great because I added two. I thought I needed to add two ladies, and I guess I didn't. So this is great because I added two ladies as we were talking. But this just fills out everything I need. All right, then I'm going Carey Hart. He was a pro motorbike
yeah,
guy.
Oh.
He married Pink.
yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, what?
Nothing. Go ahead. Corey Hart.
Covered in tattoos. I mean,
He
he's
is
like
covered in
probably in
tattoos.
his mid to late 40s now. Still looks incredible. Yeah, I'm a big Carey Hart guy. I've always thought he was like really, really good looking.
Yeah. I mean,
Not your type.
no.
That's fine.
I mean, kind of. He fits like the tattoos is there, the motorbiking there. I think because he's married to Pink.
What do you have against Pink?
Oh, I love
Yeah, I
Pink.
love Pink.
I love Pink. Are you kidding me?
Wait,
So it's more
So-
jealousy than anything.
Yeah,
Oh.
that might be what it is. I mean, he's good.
oh,
Oh, I mean, he's good looking, and they do have cute kids too. But I don't know something. Every time I see him, it's either like something about his hair that I think
hmm
is off, and I think a lot of it has to do with I'm like, dude, you were Pink. Come on, shape it up. I think that's what it is. If he wasn't with Pink, I'd probably I'd probably be like, oh my god, he's smoking hot, but he's with Pink, and you got to raise yourself to that level, buddy. Because if Pink was an athlete,
what dude is on the same level of any lady? Point
good
him
point.
out.
Yeah.
What dude?
Agreed.
David Beckham
No.
and Posh Spice.
You're right. He
But
might
then
be one of the only. You might be the only one.
But who would you rather hear talk, Posh or Beckham?
Scary
Posh.
Spice.
Yeah, I would rather hear Scary Spice stuff.
So
And-
is David really on her level? Can't even talk.
That's
Do
a good
you
point.
really need them to talk though, Shannon? Seriously, it's when everything goes downhill once they start
I think
talking.
people want to hear us talk. That's
Exactly.
Yeah, that's men in general. Nobody really should be listening to us. Once we open.
Thanks
our
for listening,
mouths-
though, folks.
It's gone.
So my
All right.
number one pick is Shannon.
Go! Oh wait.
You're a curler,
don't-
right? Like that's number one player had to be a curler.
Oh, Shannon from curling. Got it.
Shannon Burchard.
Burchard.
Yeah.
Hold on.
BIR.
I love that we're having to look up your picks. This is my favorite.
This is my favorite too because now I have lots of things to.
Dark haired
Wait.
brunette.
BUC. What?
No, BIR.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. BR.
D.
Oh, Shannon. Wow,
Okay, that's a solid curling pick.
that
of
is
all
a
the,
solid
of all the
curling pick.
curlers, she is a good number one.
And she even looks good in glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The whole team
Good
does
pick.
too. I'm a little biased. I always nickname her Smoking Shannon because,
smoking Shannon.
and I've actually seen her in real life, and yeah, she's smoking hot in real life too. So
Is she tall or short? How tall is she?
probably above 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2",
Shut up! Really?
maybe.
Are all
I think
curlers?
she's like the tallest on her team, so I wouldn't say that that's
Okay.
a common thing.
How good? How long is it going to take me to get good at curling?
Well, I've been curling since I was like 12, 13, and I'm not good at it. So, but like you can be okay pretty quickly, a year or two, and you can get it and be good enough to play with other people?
In 2 years?
I'd say 1 year.
Why? What's 2 years?
I'm just asking. I thought, curling. I feel like I could be good at this thing,
In 2 years?
but well, I'm gonna be okay in 2 years, enough that I could show up to the ice
pro?
and not embarrass myself. But evidently, I need to put in a good 28 years
28 years to get really
to be
at it.
good.
Yeah, I'm not anywhere close to as good as Shannon Burchard or Emma Miskew or Lori St.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I wasn't, thinking that you would.
But you're on a curling team, aren't you?
I mean, we're just for fun. Like we're not close to the level of these
of
these
Olympians.
professional curlers. Yeah.
But you
So-
play a team sport. If you play team sport, you have to be reasonably good. At least I don't play team sports that I'm bad at.
Yeah, I'm transitioning out of one now, so I'm thinking maybe.
What are you
curling is gonna be
transitioning from?
Ultimate frisbee.
Okay. Is that a sport?
It's definitely a sport. Yes. It's like frisbee and golf.
No, not disc golf.
Oh, okay.
Ultimate frisbee. It's like football and basketball, but with a frisbee. Little soccer.
I'm gonna have to look this up later on.
Denver actually has, Colorado has a professional team.
A professional ultimate frisbee team.
Yeah, it has a.
Okay,
women's
I
and
am
men's.
putting my foot down on ultimate frisbee, pickleball, made up sports. I'm putting my foot down.
That's
As opposed to all these other sports that aren't made up.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
been around since the 70s. Actually,
Pickleball?
No.
Okay.
Ultimate frisbee.
Oh, okay.
Joel Silver, the
The
producer,
director,
like the Hollywood producer, yeah, he invented it.
ultimate
Hmm.
frisbee.
Yeah, he and another guy invented it in college or in high school.
Okay. Does he get rights every time someone plays? Does he get money?
No,
He just says it's just that he invented it.
I mean he's like one of the inventors of it. Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's pretty big.
I-
So the women's there's club teams. So there's high school, there's college, there's club.
There's high
And-
school ultimate frisbee teams.
Yes, and there's college ultimate frisbee teams, and there's club that you can play after the age of 16 or whatever. But the Denver women and men actually won the national championship in ultimate frisbee last year.
Where was the national championship at?
San Diego.
Did you go?
No, but my best friend that I live with went and he won it. He was on the
Oh, he
team.
plays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell
I'm
me,
aging
sorry.
out of it. That's why I was saying I'm transitioning because I'm aging out of it.
Aging out of it?
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's,
that's true. You can play curling forever. Like that is definitely a sport where if you can play when you're older. It's like golf.
all right. Well, I think that Damar Hamlin practiced today in pads.
Oh wow.
I know, right? I'm still not going to be able to watch a Buffalo Bills game that he plays in because I'm afraid he's
He
going to.
might because he
Yeah.
almost died.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah, it's
did
pretty
they ever
crazy.
figure out why what was wrong with his heart or whatever?
Clearly not bad enough to not have him play anymore, right? Like
Well, no, if they figured it out, then maybe that's why he can play again. Like if
Yeah,
he,
maybe.
like Bronny, not gonna ever play sports again. LeBron James kid.
Oh,
Fine.
really?
They think that one of the doctors has said it's a congenital heart. He has congenital heart defect, so he should not play. I know. You're LeBron James's son, and you, I'm sorry, Bronny, are not going to be able to play basketball ever again. He'll
That's
play.
insane.
He'll play. He'll play. He's at USC because he wants to play. He'll play. They'll figure out something, some kind of heart monitor or something that they can.
Yeah,
put in.
I mean, there's just that one guy, Magic Johnson, that defeated AIDS with like millions of dollars. So
he also never played again once he got AIDS.
Yeah,
He
he
played one
didn't
All-Star
play.
game. So
yeah, but does he have AIDS anymore?
well, I mean he's lived this long, so probably not.
Okay.
Well, I know sometimes
Money can
T
solve.
and
Money
Danny
can solve a
on-
lot of problems.
Well, do we get to the tinfoil hat? I'll take off the going for two hat. Did he ever even have AIDS? Was it all
Oh.
just BS?
What is with you and conspiracy theories tonight, Kyle? This is a new side of you. I like it. I dig it.
I did another conspiracy theory tonight.
Yeah, you did one earlier. What were we talking about? We were talking about something and you pulled up a conspiracy
I guess
theory.
it's so natural to me. I'm not even thinking about it.
Did he ever have AIDS? Wow, what a question. Now I'm going to be going to bed thinking about that.
I mean, worse thing to think about than Magic Johnson, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Although,
true.
isn't he
He's
part
an
owners of the
attractive-
Washington now? Did you say he's attractive?
Magic Johnson?
Yeah.
When he's young? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I almost put Kobe on the list, but then I thought that would be bad. But Kobe was attractive. He was an attractive man.
Kobe was attractive.
Yeah.
Kevin Love, also very attractive.
You know what? Kevin Love is on my list, actually.
Good.
Even Kevin Love now, like as he
Yeah.
ages, Kevin Love it gets better looking.
I actually
Okay.
probably could have replaced him with JJ. Could have switched it out.
They have the
Like-
same hair, right? Like it seems like it's always just so well placed.
I think
Mhm.
we're gonna have to go because I think Jamie has like descended into the realm of no one should ever listen to him again for the rest of the night. I think he's hit that part.
It's
You
funny
know-
because he put a Magic Johnson thing, and every time I see him Johnson, I just assume he's talking about Roshan Johnson.
You know, every time I see him Johnson, I think he's talking about his dick. Which-
Oh.
I can't wait to actually talk sports with you all at some point.
Oh, it'll happen, buddy. It'll happen.
Maybe you should come on a sports show or something.
Oh, like this one was supposed to be? He picked the topic. He could have picked a sports topic. He didn't. He
I
picked,
didn't. Well, had you said make it sports, I would have made it sports.
no,
I mean, 10 most
what?
beautiful athletes seems like a sports topic.
that is a sports topic.
And it's an important one, you know. We
It
gotta
is.
know
It's as
what people are
important
into.
as Kyle's hatred of tight ends.
Yes.
It's important. It
I don't
is-
feel like it's a true hatred. It's like a dislike.
Kyle, who
Yeah.
are your tight ends in the Scott Fishbowl?
Darren Waller and Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst?
Yeah, maybe. Let me check. I only drafted 2, which was not
Okay.
necessarily the plan going in with the tight end premium. But my
Yeah.
thinking is, and I do this with tight ends a lot, is I'm going to be aggressive. Yeah, it's Hayden Hurst. I'm going to
Okay.
be aggressive on the waiver wire. If I see a tight end get targets week 1, I'm not going to be afraid to drop Hayden Hurst if he didn't get the targets right away.
Ah, excellent
Like,
plan.
that's how I usually operate with tight ends in redraft.
Okay. All right.
If I'm either taking one of the early ones that I like, or not bother reaching on the ones.
Where did
which is-
you- Where did you draft? What number were you?
I was in the 2 spot.
Oh, who did you take first? Then?
Mahomes,
Oh, Mahomes. Who was the first
Smart.
pick?
Kelsey.
Really?
Someone saw the premium and yeah.
Went-
Oh. A tight end.
Yeah, no. What a concept.
What a concept.
I
All
got Mahomes, so I was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's great.
I took. Oh shit! In a draft that I'm doing right now, that I'm supposed to be on the clock, I took CMC, but it's not a tight end premium. It's a best ball draft, I think. I'm not even sure.
Well, best baller lineup, CMC is a great pick either way. So
Yeah, I was reading something where if you're playing best ball, that you want to make sure that you have players either like the wide receivers or the tight ends from the Bengals, the players from Kansas City and Bengals, because they are playing each other like week 17, and it should be like 54. It should be the over under. So I'm taking T Higgins with this pick.
yeah, I in Scott Fishbowl, I think I had 5 or 6 players from the Chiefs Bengals game. A lot of them were late, like one of them's Harrison Butker, the kicker, another one's like
Yeah.
Marcus Valdez-Scantling. But
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. I think I'll take Joe Burrow. Boom.
yeah, still have that Bengals Chiefs correlation.
There you go. And now I don't have to pick another Bengal because it would hurt my pride and my Pittsburgh Steeler fandom to have to pick another Bengal. I'm not doing it. Hazen Hurst is amazing. I talked to him on what did he say? On the mental
Yeah,
health.
because
hotline?
the FF Face Off, they do a mental health podathon every year, and they've partnered with the Hayden Hurst Foundation, and I think he's been on 2 or 3 years in a row.
That's
at some
nice.
Point for a half-hour segment during the podathon.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, Hayden Hurst seems like a great guy.
But would you let your son or daughter date him?
I think we
See?
said no.
Wow. Nice. Nice.
There's TJ Hawkinson maybe, but
Really? T.J. Hawkinson over Hayden Hurst? See, I think T.J. Hawkinson's a player. Come on now. He goes
Oh,
by
I-
initials.
I think he's a better player. Yeah, I agree.
No,
Look
not
at the
that kind of
production he's put
player.
up. Like,
Not
man,
that
he
kind
can
of
draw
player.
targets.
Not that kind of player. Like a player, like a Stephon Diggs player.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know Hawkinson had that reputation. Maybe it's just the Vikings guys.
I.
The Vikings that pillage and
Except for
rob.
Adam Thielen,
Mm.
and Jamie, you don't ever have stupid shit, and
As you
we
say, no
love
need to
you.
apologize, Jamie. Thank you for.
No need to apologize, Jamie. Ever. Don't ever apologize for being Jamie, because then who would we love? We love Jamie as you are. Stay what you are, Jamie. Don't apologize. And everyone else listening, thank you so much for listening, for tuning in. Appreciate you, Jamie, more than you know. Shannon, thank you for jumping on. I'm like, help me!
Thanks for having me. And allowing me to
Kyle,
pick
thank
such
you for
stupid
jumping on.
things.
No, it was the best stupid things ever.
Everybody go see Barbie movie.
Go see Barbie movie? No? Okay. And everyone, Kyle, what's your next show?
Geez. I guess. Well, I've got the Full Press Fantasy Pod, which is not part of the Going for Two live network, but that will have probably multiple episodes per week now as we get into redraft season pretty heavily. Talking about our positional tiers. I think we'll do 2 episodes on running backs this week. Going for Two live wise, I think it'll be my calendar's still in July. August August 7th. I guess next Monday. Yeah, next Monday, a week from today.
All right, when's the full press on? When is the full press?
The Full Press Fantasy Pod?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a live show. We just record the audio. We'll record Wednesday night and Thursday night, so probably both episodes should probably be out by Friday.
Sweet. All right. Full press, people.
Then, well, for press coverage, I've got Rhett Manuel next week from Fantasy and Frames, so that should be fun.
From Fantasy and what?
Fantasy and Frames.
Okay.
Kind of glasses.
Wow. I'm okay, Shannon. We're gonna be like
I was trying to
sitting on in the middle of Kyle talking, but that's great.
Shannon. Check out press coverage next week, and then Dynasty Game.
I was trying to hold that one in.
It didn't work.
I'm very long-winded, so yeah.
No,
you're perfect.
It wasn't you. It's me.
Oh, and Jamie, the truth is, I've actually already had John Lobb on, so that's why I didn't get him on this season. But yeah, that I obviously is a smart decision because I'm doing a bunch of episodes with teachers this year. But yeah, I jumped the gun and got John Lobb in season 1.
Okay. Shannon, Instagram, your fabulous Instagram.
Americana_Allen.
You guys need to get on board on that because Shannon Instagram is pretty fabulous. It's not as fabulous as puppies, but it's close. It's up there.
What if he posted puppies?
Then it would be ultra fabulous. It would be like you couldn't even quantify the fabulousness of it because it's puppies and Shannon. Come on now.
Yeah. The United States Ultimate Frisbee Open, U.S. Open, is this weekend in Denver, Colorado.
Where?
For any of those persons who would like to actually watch a game live. It's some of the best teams from around the country.
Where in Denver?
It's actually Aurora Sports Complex, so not Denver.
Yeah, it's close enough. Saturday,
yeah. Friday through Monday.
I might have to take the dogs out there. Can we take? It's outside, so I can bring my dogs, right?
Yeah, Saturday through Monday. I won't be out there every day, but I'm going out there.
I might try to catch this so-called sport that you guys.
Sounds like the ultimate experience.
I know.
I would not say that, but you can.
I think I just did.
I think you did too. Oh, damn it, Michael Robb. I'm adding Michael Robb to my list because he's just on TV now, and I forgot how pretty he was, and he's a vegan. I love him.
Wow.
I know, right? Bye.
All right, everybody, treat your bartenders well. See Barbie movie.
No, treat your bartenders well though. Tip them fat.
Well. And go look at pictures of Smoke and Shannon.
And Smoke and Shannon
the
on his Instagram. Oh, the curler. Okay. Bye, guys.